there, Aquarius. Welcome to your November 2024 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. So just full disclosure, I'm starting this reading over again. The first three cards were reversed, and that means that that's user error. I do read reverse cards, but not when I pick up the deck upside down and cut it, and there's all these reverse cards because, you know, there are different interpretation based on upright versus reversed, and I just feel like there is such a thing as user error. I also believe in reading reverse cards because they're different, you know, it's a different situation. Some readers will just turn it upright, and to me that's really not that's kind of like ignoring the fact that there's this other energy that could be present in all of that. So I'm trying to kind of do a happy medium here. Okay, let's see if I can lift this card up. Oh, so we've got another Major Arcana card. Got 3 out of the 6 cards are Major Arcana. The heart of the matter is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the inheritance card. I'm trying to think. Leo, yeah. Well, you had a solar eclipse in your 8th house, which is the inheritance house, other people's money, earlier this month. I mean, I'm recording this on October 31st, but I'll just say last month. So that could still be playing out for some of you. This is big money. It can be anything where material abundance is kind of like the central focus for you for some reason. And in the past position, we have the 7 of Chariot. The Chariot card, which is a card that is connected to Cancer. It's a card that is connected to victory. Sometimes the victory is hard won, but it's victory nonetheless. It can be a card of travel or even like a new vehicle. And if you have received some kind of financial gain that may be connected to that, some things that you've been doing, you've been changing in your life, or it might be through your career that you've had this success. The higher message is the Ace of Cups. Now, this implies that this might even be a relationship. So if you've recently started a relationship, the 10 of Pentacles can be that this could be the real deal. This could stand the test of time and be grounded because it's Pentacles. Pentacles is the earth element. And so maybe that person is of the earth element. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I actually think of this card as connected to Capricorn. I still have to find out. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I forget to do it. What crosses you, this is the challenge card, is the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. There may be, if this is kind of some money that is being, focused on, like, if this is like an inheritance issue, maybe you still haven't received it yet. The Ace of Cups can suggest an offer of love. So maybe somebody comes to you with good intentions, but there might be this villain or villainess. Is there a female version of villain? Queen of Wands, I'm reading this as a reverse card, can be someone who is like a diva, a female narcissist, somebody who creates a lot of drama. And this person When I think of somebody who's a diva, I think of somebody who wants attention. Like and so what I typically think of, like in a family situation, is when you have the father remarrying, and that stepmother is someone who resents the fact that this man had a life before she came along, and so she's going to try to kind of erase that past, meaning that she's not treating his children that aren't her children by birth. She's going to treat them in an inferior manner. She's going to expect her husband to treat the children that he has made with her better than he's treating the children of his first marriage. And this is due to insecurity on her part. But it could be like a mother-in-law that you're dealing with that is somehow blocking funds. I think it could really be, I have a feeling it could be more likely like a stepmother than a mother-in-law, but you never know what people's circumstances are. What's coming in is the Tower card. This is a card of release after a lot of pressure has built in. I think, you know what I think? I mean, first of all, be careful if you are, I would say be careful if you have any kind of anger that has built up because of any situation that you've been dealing with involving other people's money, maybe family. I mean, this could even be, in some cases, money with an ex-husband or wife. It could be that as well. And the Tower card can be like, just tolerating nonsense, maybe not just from one person, but from multiple people in the family. And finally, you've had it. And the reason I say this with Aquarius is because you tend to be rather detached and you tolerate a lot of stuff. Not every Aquarius is the same, though. There might be some that wouldn't. But I'm just saying that in certain instances, a person or people can go like one step too far, and then all of a sudden you're like, you've had it. It's like I'm trying to focus this. I'm sorry. There, that's better. They just go it's like the straw that broke the camel's back, and then you're off to the races. So anyway, just pay attention to that. But it also can be something that occurs outside of you that you're not even really having to do that solves your problem. And that would actually be the best scenario of all. As a matter of fact, I always associate the Tower with the eclipses, because they're like kind of fated events that are not really like regular new moons or full moons, where things are just kind of like happening because the person is, putting that effort into it and planting seeds and taking inspired action and manifesting, but they are meant to experience certain things in certain time frames. And while this is, fine and dandy, the bottom line is that it can be a little bit disorienting because it's not really something that you feel is in your control. It feels a little bit chaotic. And so what I'm suggesting is that, you see where you have a tendency to get uncomfortable with things you can't control, because Aquarius is known as being like really unpredictable and stuff like that. But in fact, Aquarius is a fixed sign. And in my opinion, they can be very predictable most of the time. Maybe then they go off and they do things that they're even surprised that they've done. But anyway, there's going to be an eclipse in your 8th house, a lunar eclipse, which I think can really bring the manifestation of what this is about. If this is like, for instance, concerning money or some kind of a closure, an ending to this situation on March 14th of next year. The outcome is the High Priestess, and this is a card of, this sense of the higher self. Be still and know. And it looks like, this is a crystal ball or something. So it's indicating something spiritual. And it's really kind of a card too, like, our intuition and our ability to kind of like tune into the currents of our life from a higher perspective, because this is really what will ultimately guide us at the highest level, is to be able to perceive our life at the highest level. And when, you're dealing with material matters like the Pentacles represent, it can be easy to just, sink down into that limited view of life, which is not what we are all about. We're about a higher version. And this keeps things in perspective. Also, that could also be that you find out something that you did not know about this particular situation, because maybe you have been operating under a certain belief that is not quite the truth of the situation at hand. And the truth shall set you free. The Ace of Cups is that there is love for you in this situation. Also, if this has anything to do with, career matters, you may be like finding it hard to leave a job because you're experiencing some success. Maybe you get a promotion when you really wanted to leave. And the Ace of Cups can be new beginnings in artistic endeavors as well as spiritual healing arts endeavors. And you might be like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? And only you can decide. The High Priestess can help you to navigate that. All right, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. If you'd like a personal reading, astrological or otherwise, you can click on the link below to see what offerings I have, including my package deals. Thanks for watching. Bye.